Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you, I actually made this tumbler, Easter tumbler using sublimation. There's a tutorial on my YouTube channel utilizing the playlist for sublimation. You'll find this tutorial on how to create this tumbler. But what I'm going to do today is show you how I designed the tumbler using Microsoft PowerPoint. All right, so the first thing I did is I went out to this website, and the website is actually called FreePik, FREEPIK.com. And what I did is I was searching for Easter backgrounds. And so just going to show you how I started here. So I just put in Easter background, and then I just let it pull up whatever backgrounds came up. Now, one of the things you want to be careful of, if you click on an image and it just has the download on it, then that means you can utilize it for free. However, if you click on one, and let me see if I can get one to pop up here. If you click on one and it's asking you about a premium access, that means it's not free. So you don't want to use that one. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time trying to find one that actually says it. But as long as you click on it and it actually just has a download button like the one I'm using, then you're good. So we go here, we click on this one, and then I just went to download. And then it has here, go premium if you don't want to attribute. An attribute is just basically, you know, putting out there where you got the image from, who the image belongs to, and that type thing. If you want to do the attribution, and there's the information. Creating content takes a lot of time and effort, but we need what we need from you is an attribution link. Choose the medium you're going to use the resource for: web, printed elements, video. So like if you were going to put this in a video or utilize this image in a video, then you would want to copy this link and put this link in your video. Okay. If you're going to be putting it on a website, then you would want to copy this link. So just different information out there to be aware, because if you put it on a website and you don't attribute like you're supposed to, or if you put it on printed documents, or if you're putting it on like YouTube and you don't attribute it like you're supposed to, then the person could come back and sue you for damages. So just take that into consideration. But I have the free download. I think it was this one. And normally I would tell you to go ahead and select all of the files here and then extract. And that way you'll have a copy of the license to indicate that you had a license to use it for free, and make sure you do your attribution. But just for this purpose, I'm just going to select the image only, and then I'm going to extract it, and I'm just going to go ahead and save that over to my computer. Now I can double click on the image. If you don't extract it first, you're not going to have access to the image. Okay, so now I have access to the image and I can go here and say share, edit, and create, but I'm not going to make any changes to someone else's work. So I'm just going to save as, and then I would just place it, you know, on my desktop or what have you. All right, now that we have that saved, I'm going to go back to Microsoft PowerPoint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that image in. I'm going to follow the entire process. Even though I have it here, I'm just going to follow it all the way through so you can see everything that I did. I'm going to select picture, this device, and I have it on my desktop, which is here. I'm going to go ahead and insert that. And then I'm just going to copy it. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to select copy. And then I'm going to delete this. Okay. So there's multiple ways you can do this, but I like to use the image as a background. So I'm going to go over to Format Background. I'm going to select Picture or Texture Field, and then I'm going to select Clipboard. And what that's going to do is place that image as my background, so I don't have to worry about it moving and shifting around and things like that. But you could also just take the image, and then you could just drag it to where you wanted it. I always encourage you to hold down the Shift key and drag from the bottom corner. And that way you don't skew and lose the proportions, because if you just do this, then you skew the image. Okay? It may not look like it to you, but it does skew it. It takes it away from the proportion to height ratio. All right, so you could do it that way, but I like to do it with it as the background. Now, the instructions that I'm giving you guys, this is for a laptop computer. This is not for your iPhone, your iPad, your Android. This is for using it with the laptop only, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go over to the right here where I have this offset, and I'm going to bring my Easter and some on the left. So I'm gonna click on the up arrow, and that's gonna bring my image over. And then I'm gonna offset right, and that's going to bring the right side over. And that's just to ensure that I have everything inside. And then we're going to check the top just to make sure that our top is good. There we go. And then if you don't want to have space on the bottom of your tumbler, if you want to have white space on the bottom of your tumbler, you want to make sure that you leave this area down here blank. If you bring that image down too far, so if I were to bring the Easter down some, then I would be compromising this running over to the bottom of the tumbler, and I don't want that, meaning that the words would show around the bottom and then on the very flat surface of the bottom of the tumbler, and you don't want that. So I'm just going to undo and bring that back up. There we go. All right, so now when we cut this, we'll be able to cut it where we won't have anything drooping over to the bottom of the tumbler. It'll just be white clear on the bottom. And let's go back over to the offset right and shift that back over. There we go. All right, so one of the things I do want to tell you is that I have this design in Microsoft PowerPoint. I'm going to give you the proportions that I have it. I have my slide size when I go to design. I have created a custom slide size for this, which is the width is 9.899 and the height is 9.08. Okay, 9.899 and 9.08. And then I have them both selected for the orientation and the notes. I have them set at landscape and landscape. And when you hit OK, you just want to make sure that you ensure the fit and not maximize the fit. Okay, ensure the fit. All right, so now that I have that in here, I actually took As you can see here, I actually created some little shapes to match the shapes that's here. I did not use the shapes that were over here. I added my own, and then I just brought in the colors. And then I added a picture of myself. I put a line on it, and then a line going around the actual image to make it kind of resemble one of the eggs. I'm going to do that for you. So I'm going to insert picture, this device, and you can use like one of your kids' pictures. It could be a tumbler for one of your kids, or, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be your picture. It can be any picture you so choose. So what I'm going to do here is just go through. I'm going to find a different picture here to work with, even though I'm not going to be printing this out and doing anything with it. But just to give you a better feel for the design here. All right, so I'm just going to take this picture. It doesn't look really Easterish. It looks more Christmassy. So let's get rid of that one. Well, let's try one more time here. I'm going to go to my desktop. And I'll just take this picture. All right, so I brought the picture in, and I did not want the picture to take on that of a square shape. And so what I did is I clicked on the image, I came to the menu and I selected picture format, and then I selected crop and crop to shape. Crop to shape, and then I selected this oval shape. And that's what kind of gave it that roundness. Okay, so now we have our shape. And then I'm going to go back over to Format Picture, and I'm going to click on the very first option for the fill and the line, and I'm going to select Solid Line. And this is where I actually just pick this kind of lime color, and then I increase the width of that line so you could truly see it. So now you can see there's like a lime green color line going around the image. I'm just going to drag this in. You can make it as large or as small as you would like it to be. All right, and then I added another shape, which is a line. So I'm going to go Insert and Shape. I'm going to select a line, and we're just going to bring that down to our image like that. And the same thing, you're going to go over to Format Shape and choose what color you want the line to be. I'm going to stick along with that lime color, and then I'm going to thicken it up just a little bit so that it resembles the others. And I'm going to right click and bring this to the front so that I can ensure that the line is not sitting on top of the picture. And then once we get that, guys, it's just a matter of inserting your last shape. So what I did is I did another insert shape, and I came down and I took this star 4-point. And you can make this as big or as small as you want. And there's like a little orange circle or yellow circle in the middle. You can drag that to make the insides fat, skinny, whatever you prefer. Okay, so I just made it a little bit bigger so that it will resemble some of these to my right. And then once I got that in, I come back over to Format Shape with the star selected, and I'm going to go back to the fill. And if you ever want to make it the same color that already exists, then you just come down to Color and select Eyedropper, and then you select whichever one of these you wanted to take the color of. So this is currently blue, but I wanted to take on this kind of pinkish color, or I mean, excuse me, red color. And I don't want a line, so I'm going to go back over to the format shape and I'm going to deselect for no line so that it'll take that line away. And from that point, I'm just going to copy and I'm going to paste a couple of these in here. You can put them wherever and however you like. And again, don't forget you have that little circle in the middle where you can make them as big or as small as you would like them to be. Okay. And then it's easy if you just go in and add the colors so that it, you know, kind of blends like really nicely. So we won't make too many really big ones right there together. And once you get these in, it's just a matter of adding the different colors. So like if I want to make this one lime, I'm going to come back over to the format shape, come down to color, and I'm going to select eyedropper, and then I'll just pull from the green. And let's get one of these black ones in here. Okay, we'll put a black one here. Let's go back. All right, so we got the black. Let's put a gold here. And once you get all of the colors, you can just select the colors from the recent colors that you've used. And let's see, let's throw in another lime color here. Okay, so we'll leave it like that. Doesn't have to be super perfect. I think I'm going to shift this one down just a little bit. Or maybe increase it a little bit. All right, so that's good enough. So that's just to give it a little bit of pizzazz so that it'll resemble the ones here to the right. So it's not, you know, just the image by itself. And then I added in, I did an insert text box, and then I just added in 2021. You can use that font or you can change the font. So we're going to go up and we're going to change this to Alex Brush. That's one of my favorites. So let's see. Here we go. And then I did it bold and I kind of played around with the sizing. And again, you want to make sure you bring it up far enough that it doesn't compromise the bottom of your tumbler. All right, so once you get all of that in, you can add anything else you like, but I'm going to keep it really simple. Now on my keyboard, I actually have a print screen key. It's PRTSCN or excuse me, SC. I'm going to hit that key and that's going to allow me to take a snapshot of my screen. So I'm going to snapshot this. And then I'm just going to insert, just by clicking, I'm going to insert a new slide. And then I'm going to go ahead and right click and paste. Now I have this set as an image where it'll move around, but everything is grouped together. And the next thing I'm going to do with my image highlighted, I'm going to select picture, rotate, and flip horizontal. And that's because when you're doing sublimation, it has to be in the reverse. Okay. So that is how I went in and that I designed this for my tumbler. And again, you can use one image, you can do multiple images, make this one smaller. You could do an image of you and your husband, or you could do an image of, your children. But just make sure that where you got this image from, that you do get the attribution information and that you reference it if you're going to be using it on the web, a printed element, a video, or any type of app or game, that you copy the information here. So since this is going to be a video, I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And I'm going to go back over to here and I'm going to paste it. So I'm going to get it all nice and neat on there. And that is how you want to list that out when you're utilizing someone else's work and it's free. Okay. Now you can get around that by paying for it if you so choose to do so. But since I'm just going to use it free, I have to make sure that I attribute it in my video. All right. So I will be linking that on my video. And that's it, guys. This image would be ready to go. If you want to see how to sublimate this onto a 20-ounce skinny tumbler, then I do have the rest of the tutorial on my playlist, again, in the sublimation folder. It will be there for you to utilize. So this was just how to design this image in Microsoft PowerPoint using a laptop computer. Okay. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and ask. And if you're currently in my Facebook group, Ken Doris's Cricut and Creative Crafters, thank you guys so much for being a part of my group. And if you're currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please like, share, and subscribe to my channel as well. And last but not least, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to post it in the comments, as I do respond to everyone. And my motto is each one reach one, so that each one can teach one. And you guys have a great day.